What is going on YouTube? SciGuy29 coming at you for episode, what are we? 142 of Crafts and Cards, numbered 142. I'm over 150 with special episodes and stuff like that. So hope all is well with everyone. Got a new beer, some old cards, well, older cards, they're not old, but got some old school tunes on the jukebox tonight. And somebody asked me, no, I don't really have a jukebox. I have a Victrola 4-in-1 music center. I've got it. It's got a turntable. It's got a CD player. It's 3-in-1, I guess. It's got a cassette player. So lots of opportunities to play my music, and I consider it that. So hope you had a great. Hope July is going well for you. Flying by. About that time for the National. I will be attending, God willing, and all things falling into place and doing what they're supposed to do. So if you're going to be there, make sure you reach out to me, let me know, and we'll try to make sure because I would love to meet people that are actually watching this show. Anyway, let's get to the beer because you don't want to listen to me ramble any more than I already do. I think this is a first-time brewery. I should have looked it up. I didn't. But this beer comes from Equilibrium Brewing in Middletown, New York. We're going to get a little darker today in the beer world, as this is a Mobius American Porter, and 7% ABV. It says beer balanced by science, and it doesn't really give a. Here's their. I'll show you that later, maybe. But here's the label. Have not had it. This is the initial try. Sorry if you can see me sweating. Just got done mowing the yard and showered quick before. It's like I'm going to have a beer anyway. I might as well film an episode. So, as you can see, very dark and beautiful looking. Not much of a head on the pour. Light test, about what you imagine. Nothing. But definitely looks like one of my kind of beers. If it looks like a motor oil, that's typically more my wheelhouse. Oh, yeah, I'll keep buying this one. This is a really good beer. This will be an end of October, November tailgate beer for sure. So, as far as cards are concerned, I'll put that back there a little bit. People can actually see it. Been going through a couple boxes. I'm hoping to, later in the year, set up at a smaller show. So I'm kind of getting things organized in hopes of being able to do that. And it's going through a box of 2002 baseball. So I just grabbed a stack. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, I think, different products represented. And I've already pulled the stars. Now, I will say there's plenty of guys in here that in 2002 were stars. They were studs. Now, this first one, not one. Rangers second baseman Frank Catalanato. This is on the Donruss Elite. These were mind-blowing to me in 2002. Probably the cards I have here are the only packs that I bought, I'm guessing, just because 2002, I had one kid and the second one was on the way. So I was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen. So Barry Zito, perfect example. Possibly the best pitcher in baseball. Here we have Phillies outfielder Bobby Abreu. Here's a guy that when he played for my Twins, I loved him. Shannon Stewart on the Blue Jays. This was before he was a Twin. We have Mike Cameron as a Mariner. We have Mark Mulder, another fantastic pitcher at that time, also with the A's. We have Aramis Ramirez, possibly the best third baseman at this time. We have Orlando Cabrera, rocking the Expos hat. Love that. We have Big Sexy himself, Bartolo Colon as an Indian. We have Jeff Conine with the Orioles. Ellis Burks as an Indian. To me, he's a Red Sox, but what do I know? Here's a red-hatted Expo in Javier Vasquez. We have Todd Walker with the Reds. And our last Donruss Elite is Cliff Floyd. Outstanding player in his day. Next we have, looks like one pack of Upper Deck. Put those back. Here we have Kevin Millwood. Was great with the Braves. Mike Lowell, Marlins third baseman. We have a rookie of Marcus Giles. But I thought he was the next great find for the Braves. Didn't exactly. He had a good career, don't get me wrong. But here we have John Franco. Look at his career stats on the back. 84. So he was in his 18th season there. We have Tomas Perez. Javier Vasquez again. And here's a guy that was an absolute stud for about a 5-6 year period. Derek Lee. He would have been in the star box at a show at one time. Oh, that's good. Go ahead and fill that back up. Good stuff. A little Mobius Porter. Those of you in New York, shout out to TJ Mack, Terry, New York guy. New York area anyway, at least that part of the country. And now that I say that, I'm like, I don't know. But it's a very good beer. I wish they'd bring more. This is Donruss. Kind of a funky design here. We have another Barry Zito. Here, Brian Giles. The Giles family represented here. Here's one of my favorite pitchers of this time. None other than Josh Beckett. Dude was lights out for the Marlins. Another Cliff Floyd. Oops. Had a couple stuck together here. We have Gabe Kapler with the Rangers. That's a Fleer Authentix checklist. We'll get to that next. Another Mark Mulder. They must come in pairs. We have Troy Gloss, a guy that was supposed to be much better than he really turned out to be. And once again, Bartolo Colon. I'm not sure what the chances are that in 3 packs of cards there that got the same player 4 times. All right, next we have, this is a set that I just loved. There's something about them. They're embossed. I may have shown some of these before. Pretty sure I have. But these are our Fleer Authentix. And the reason they're called Authentix, Tix is T-I-X, like a ticket. So here's a guy that was a great player, Garrett Anderson. You can see it set up like a ticket, just like you'd get back. Well, today you don't understand that because you don't get a ticket anymore. It's on your phone, or you have to print it off on a sheet of paper. But next we have Mark Teixeira. Here's catcher Robert Fick. And the backs are pretty, oops, throw in Robert. Backs are pretty basic. We have Luis Gonzalez, World Series hero, with the Diamondbacks. Here was a guy that was amazing, Miguel Tejada. Was certainly in the star category. Here's a guy that I don't like as much in this uniform. Loved him as a Giant, Matt Williams. Here's Rich Aurelia for those Giants. And you can see on the back, they have all this empty space. They only put the year before stats. So, kind of funny that way. We have Jose Cruz Jr., absolute mega monster coming up and just never quite got to that level. We have Mark Mulder again. Getting a good look at Mark Mulder in 2002 baseball cards. That's Matt Williams, and here we have Cliff Floyd again. Now the last group I have is Diamond. Oh, this is the checklist, and it was 150 card for Authentix. It was a 150 card checklist. If you're interested in it, there it is. And then the rest are on the back with, they had tickets to the majors, Power Alley, and Ballpark Classic subsets, or inserts, or whatever you wanted to call that. Now this last set is Diamond Kings, and always loved the Diamond Kings. When they were a subset, loved it as their own set. And on the back of these, I'll show it to you, I guess. We'll start off with Cincinnati Red, Sean Casey. And on the back it all says crowning moment, and then talks about a moment from their career. Here we have Toshi Shinjo with the Giants. Next we have Ryan Klesko as a Padre, most recognizable as a Brave. Next we have Cleveland Indians player, shortstop Omar Vizquel. And here's Luis Gonzalez again. And I've sent a couple of these to get autographed, and they're too dark. They don't turn out very well. Here's Mark Grace as a Diamondback. Here we have Shannon Stewart again. Here we have Kazuhiro Sasaki with the Mariners. Here we have Mr. Miguel Tejada again. That's one that he doesn't sign TTM, but I would certainly send that to a signing or something, because that would if you'd sign it right across his chest there in the back, that'd turn out pretty good. Here we have Rich Aurelia again. Would not turn out well. Here we have Mark Mulder again. That's one that would be a possibility. The background's light enough with that white jersey. And here we have, Barry Zito again. So you're looking at the A's studs in the early 2000s. Here we have Jorge Padilla with the Phillies. Follow that up with another. We have Eric Chavez. Here's a guy, Kurt Schilling. That would be one that I think would be worth getting signed. That would look pretty good. Here we have Pittsburgh Pirate. Won't come apart. Aramis Ramirez. Aramis. Potato. I don't know. And here's Brian Giles again. Here we have Raul Mondesi as a Blue Jay. And last but certainly not least, Jose Vidro with the Expos. So, like I said, this is a little longer than usual, but just love those cards, going through them. Thought it'd be fun, and show you some different cards from 2002. So, hope all is well. Hope you're having a great summer. Hope your team's in first place, unless they're the Yankees or the Guardians or the Dodgers. I really don't like the Dodgers either. And like the sign says, collect what you love. Love what you collect. Cheers.